What's going on, guys? Apathetic here, and today we are going to be covering 5 tips to improve your shotgun skills in the competitive crucible. With the current crucible meta being littered with shotguns, being proficient with a shotgun, especially in the higher ranks of the crucible, is critical. So let's break down how to improve your shotgun skills right now. Our first tip for improving our shotgun skills is making sure you're using the right shotgun. You may be thinking, well, no shit, Appa, but I'm telling you, some people just fall in love with these random shotguns, and it severely hinders their ability to be effective in the crucible. So we're going to be focusing on 2 archetypes of shotguns that you'll be looking for, and the first one is your aggressive frame shotgun. So think your Mindbanner's Ambition and Toil and Trouble. These shotguns are notorious for their one-hit kill range because of their high impact. Now sometimes these weapons can lack some handling, which can make them feel a bit slow or heavy, but nonetheless they are still very potent in the crucible. The next archetype we are focused on using is precision frame shotguns. So think your Retold Tail and the infamous Dust Rock Blues. These will have less impact and higher range, but will have slightly better handling depending on the role. Speaking of roles, for your shotgun, no matter the archetype, you're going to want to use either rifled barrel or full choke, because these barrels reduce the spread of your shotgun pellets the least, and in the case of rifled barrel, help with range as well. From there, ideally you want accurized rounds, slide shot rampage, or in the case of Retold Tail, quick draw and slide shot. These perks all help increase the one-hit kill potential of your shotgun, because slide shot increases range and rampage increases damage after kills. So if you don't got a decent roll or one of these, just look up some farming methods and grab one. Your KD will thank you later. For our second tip is going to focus on how you interpret your radar. So when it comes to shotgunning, having a good feel for your radar is huge. What I mean by this is you need to focus on having a good understanding of exactly how close someone actually is to you. It's very easy to tell as a player when someone doesn't have good spatial awareness, and we've all seen it, right? You're looking down a hall and the guy turns the corner with his shotgun out and he's a mile away from you because he thought you were much closer than you actually were, and they end up just getting gunned down from range and look like a fool. So don't be that guy, and really focus on using your radar to understand how close someone really is. Once you master this, it really allows you to push your enemy more effectively, and will also improve other aspects of your game because it will force you to be more spatially aware of how close and far your opponents are, and that translates beyond just using shotguns completely across your game. Tip number 3 is an obvious one, but we can't not talk about it, and that's sliding. Sliding when shotgunning is crucial. Sliding when you are shotgunning really does 2 things for you. First, put your center mass lower, makes it much harder to land an easy one-shot kill. And secondly, it helps you move a little bit faster, which makes you harder to track and helps you close that gap to make your effective one-hit kill range that much more effective. Now, when it comes to sliding, you want to be trying to use any exotic that will increase your slide distance. So the stompies for hunters and transversal steps for warlocks and titans. I mean, I guess you could use dune marchers, but with one-eyed mask, I would just stick to one-eyed mask. You guys would be fine. Now, these exotics really give you a nice advantage because now you can start your slide from further away. And don't forget, if we're using the right shotgun, we'll proc slide shot as well, which will boost our shotgun range. All this synergizes and is designed to make our one-hit kill range much more potent and much more attainable. For tip number 4, it's all about closing the gap, which I've low-key kind of mentioned a little bit in other tips, but they all add up to this tip right here, guys. Closing the gap is going to be the most important skill to learn when trying to improve your shotgun skills, and one big way you can do this is by focusing on your map awareness. So why does that matter? Why does map awareness have to do with closing the gap? Because a huge part of being able to close the gap on your opponents is using your environment to protect yourself as you move towards your enemy. This includes hugging walls as you're sprinting, sliding in and out of cover, and using your radar and spatial awareness to ensure that when you finally emerge from cover, you'll be as close to your one-hit kill range as possible and will have taken as little damage as possible in the process. Knowing the map is key in optimizing your ability to use your environment to get closer to your opponent, because you have to know in a split second where you are sprinting or sliding, because any hesitation can cause you to take unnecessary damage or die before you get to your opponent. Our final tip, and this one may surprise you, don't rely on your shotgun. You want to use these tips to make sure you master your shotgun skills, and you're doing it in a way that enhances your game, not becomes your whole game. Make sure you are using it tactfully, because if you lean too heavy on your shotgun, it will only hurt your ability to be effective in the crucible, and nobody likes a shotgun ape. So please, for me, don't take these tips and become a shotgun ape. Become a well-rounded player that can consistently win a large majority of your engagements and be an asset to your team. All right, guys, so to summarize, make sure you're not selling yourself short and use the best shotgun possible. Focus on your spatial awareness when it comes to using your radar. Master sliding and use exotics that help you gain an advantage when sliding. Master using your environment in combination with the other tips to close the gap on your opponents. And lastly, don't use these tips to become a shotgun ape. Use it to complement your game, not replace it entirely. Hope this video has helped you guys out. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Moments of clarity are weapons, Warlock. Your advantage grows. Stay strong. As one. I love it. Two for one. Triple down. Double down. Only 1 minute left. Together as one. I love it. Sound tactics bring victory. Good work, Guardian. Your light is strong.
Perfect.